Hello guys, welcome back. In this video we'll see how we can set up a new project for Java. I've gone ahead and created a new GitHub project. We're going to be using that, and along the way we'll learn how to use Git as well. So I'm just going to go to new project, create a new Java project for Java JDK 11, which is fine. And I'm just going to skip that and call this learn Java and finish. Yeah, that's fine. So as we can see, there's a source folder. Before we proceed, I want to connect this to GitHub. So I'll go ahead and do that first. I'll go into VCS and I'm going to enable version control. I'm going to use Git, which is good. Now I'm going to go in here. So it's showing I'm currently in the master branch, and it's complaining about the files that are already here, which is fine. I'm just going to add them to git ignore. So let's first go ahead and add a file. I'm going to add a new file .gitignore, and I'm going to add that to version control. And in that file I'm going to add anything .idea and .idea /star. Which means anything that folder and anything within that folder will be ignored. I'm just going to copy path. So I'm just going to add that as well in the git ignore list. With IntelliJ you don't have to save anything; it saves by default. So if I go in and commit a change and add a first commit, see how it doesn't show the idea anymore like it did earlier. So I'm just going to commit that first because I don't have a push. So let's go in here, git remotes. I'm going to add a remote. My URL is just here. Just copy the URL, paste that there, and I'm just going to click OK. Now if I try to push, it should show a remote. That's the origin master, and it's pushing one commit. That's the one commit, and the files that changed is that one file, and that's the comment that I left. So if I just try to push, it should ask me for a login, unless it remembers the login from my last. Okay, that's pushed. So if we go back, so ideally it'll come up with a Windows authentication box. So there it is, that's the first commit, that's all good. So that is set up. Let's just try and create a new Java class, and I'm gonna call it hello world, and that creates a file called helloworld.java. And here I'm just gonna add public static void main, which is a shortcut in IntelliJ, and also SOUT, which is short for system.out.println. I'm just going to say hello world, and let's run. Well, we can't because it says add configuration, so we can go in here, add a new configuration. Application main class is hello world, that's fine. If you can't see it, you can go into project and locate the main file. I'm not going to use any VM options. I'm just going to apply and try to run, see what happens. And it prints hello world. So here we go. That prints hello world, which is good. Now there's another thing. It shows unnamed, which is not good. So I'm just going to go into edit configuration and give it a name. Whatever is here is what we put there. So now if I just press on play, it should give you hello world. There it is. So that's how you can create a very basic Java application using IntelliJ and a simple project and enable Git version control system. So let's go ahead and commit that. I have a practice of adding a working or broken or not working in the beginning, so you can look at the commit and go, okay, that code's working. So what we are committing at the moment is the .java extension of hello world. There's also a hello world.class, which we're not committing. It's a binary generated by Java, so we're not adding that. So other than that, we'd just add a commit message here, and it shows you what is changed in this file, and that's what we added to the file. And all the other stuff is all the same. Let's go ahead and commit and push, and that's pushing down the bottom, and it'll tell us when it's all done. So one commit has been pushed. So if we go back to GitHub and refresh, and there we go, we have Java hello world with the code that we just wrote. Right, so that's pretty much it in this video. We'll continue on to go through the basic building blocks of Java Standard Edition, and then eventually we'll get to building a Java FX application.